Omar joins us now from Oklahoma City. What's the latest on the investigation, Omar?
As of right now, there's no new updates, but officers and deputies, as well as the U.S. Marshal Service, they are still on the lookout. Anywhere you go here on any major highway in the Oklahoma City area, you see a warning that is up telling people to keep an eye out for that 2007 silver Mitsubishi Eclipse. And a lot of people in the rural areas, it's not a big city type setting, they are aware. As a matter of fact, officers are saying they're getting so many calls from people saying, I don't recognize that car that's coming through this area. Can you come and check it out? And deputies and officers are going to make sure that it's not that suspect.
Wow. I have to ask, how did authorities find this hit list that you were talking about? And do we know who was on it?
Well, we talked to the Oklahoma County Sheriff, and he said that that was a hit list that a family member brought to federal authorities, and of course that information disseminated down. They're being tight-lipped on exactly who is on that list. When I asked if you could characterize who's on that list, they said it is family members. As a matter of fact, you can hear in some of the Facebook Live videos that he posted, he is mentioning some family members, and the police department as well as sheriff deputies tell us some of his family members are now in protective custody, just to be sure.
Oh, that's so scary. According to authorities too, Omar, Vance has a, quote, medical condition and may try to spread the disease. Do we have any more details on what that condition actually is?
The Oklahoma County Sheriff is kind of being tight-lipped about it. He doesn't want to violate any privacy, even though this is somebody who is obviously wanted. They say it's a blood-borne illness, and they said that this was kind of picked up because on the Bolo alert, to be on the lookout that they sent out to law enforcement across the state, that was the last thing that they put on there that, you know, he is bleeding. From what we understand, he was shot in the shoulder in that initial confrontation with police officers in Wilson. So he's bleeding. He has some sort of blood-borne disease. So if officers are going to try to apprehend him, be aware of that. They'll be wearing gloves and whatnot.
Wow, that's interesting. I haven't heard of that before. Authorities also think,
Yep.
Omar, that Vance may be seeking revenge after being accused of sexually abusing a child. Do we have any more information about that?
That charge is coming from a sexual misconduct with a minor. And what the Oklahoma County Sheriff told me was he believes that some of his family members basically set him up for it. From what we understand, he's supposed to be in court in about 2 weeks on that charge. He had bonded out on a $25,000 bond, but then is now going on this rampage. So that sexual misconduct with a minor, you can now tag on shooting 2 cops and possibly 2 murder charges for his aunt and uncle, and the Oklahoma County Sheriff tells me that those could be punishable by death here in Oklahoma. So he mentioned that, you know, this Michael Vance is desperate and things could get worse. They're hoping, though, that he's suffering from his wounds at this point and that either he turns himself in or somebody sees him. They do think that he still has that AK-47 with him. During one of the attempted carjackings, somebody had a confrontation with him and was able to grab one of the magazines and throw it. They believe he still has ammunition, maybe one more magazine left, but with a powerful weapon like that, they're telling law enforcement and, of course, citizens to be careful. Interesting note, I've lived in Oklahoma before. In parts of the rural areas, Michael Vance doesn't have to keep an eye out for the armed officers. A lot of the farmers out here also have rifles. They're hunters.
Yeah.
And the Oklahoma County Sheriff told me that a lot of these people, they will protect their property and they don't take too kindly to people shooting officers.
Wow, Omar, so many twists and turns. Serious case, but wait till the movie comes out. This is crazy.
I know.
Omar Villafranca, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jamie.